Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, one does take to the skies before kickoff. That's the mascot, Freddy the Falcon. And down at ground level, it is a cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field here in Atlanta. Tonight, we'll see the majority of two rosters hit the field in a preseason matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're underway in Atlanta. Marvin Mims now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And it's going to be the third-year quarterback leading the charge. Winner of double-digit games in each of his first two seasons, Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He's got a gain of 6 there. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. There's the hit, and finally putting an end to that one. Out of bounds after a gain of about 26. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
That's just one of those plays on an opening drive, Kate, where on one side it's demoralizing. Defensively, rally, go make that tackle. But offensively, it just infuses you with so much confidence, knowing if you can just put the ball in your guys' hands, they can make a difference after the catch.
And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set, left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They run the counter with Dobbins. He stops here, gain of about 7, and that's going to give the Broncos a first down. Fed him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Find Diablo there on the tackle.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
The motion a receiver left. To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Dobbins on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line 1, 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he's out of bounds to end that one. Now our attention turns to that penalty marker.
Offside, defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
They've got 2nd and goal now from the 5 after that helpful penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's in for the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. They jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Fielded at the 7. Escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. At the helm for him, the former first-rounder back in that 2020 draft, Tua Tagovailoa.
You talk to teammates of Tua Tagovailoa, and they will tell you the same thing, that when he is on, he can be as accurate as any quarterback in this league. But some injuries, some coaching changes, some instability have marred a little bit of that development for the Southpaw.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Falcons.
A gain of 12 yards.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know you can set the table for more.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Motioning the tight end now. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Trying to get back to the line, but he's going to be just short. They got to him first. And that means it is now 2nd down and 7.
A loss of 2.
And right there is the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down give to Robinson. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
It's a gain of 8.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. A toss now to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. And before we can see a snap, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Now Tagovailoa to throw. To the right side and reeled in by London. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down.
Third down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's Robinson running the zone read. And they fought their way through to stop him behind the line. It's going to be 4th now at less than a yard. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
They'll run it with Robinson. And he's going to have them the first down. Took a chance, got the couple of yards needed, and they're staying out there.
It's a gain of 2.
Okay, you and I are not too old to remember a time where this used to almost be a debate. Do you come in, bring on the special teams, and punt it? Not in today's NFL. And the numbers tell you so often to go for it, and when you execute like they just did, they'll more than likely go for it again later in the game.
They'll pitch it to Robinson. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On second down, Robinson. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. That time by Nick Benito.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Gets this one to London. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection to set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Taken down at the
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Tua setting up to throw. And this is going to fall incomplete. They made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And he gets home. Touchdown, Falcons. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. They're able to answer early here. We are tied at 7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Nicks. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nicks. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Running back motions right. Third and long for him here. And the pick is dropped. And the turnover in his hands. Couldn't hang on to it. That's going to be an incomplete pass, though. And make it 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And if they want to repeat of their last drive, they're really going to have to earn it. This would have to go the entire length of the field. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins here with Robinson. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Back to throw. Tua. This one taken in by Zacchaeus. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that you count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Tagovailoa now. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Tua looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Jaquan McMillan there in coverage.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw here, 3rd down. Challenging double coverage, and they don't get through. Throw made it, but the contact breaks up the catch. Force 4th down.
Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Denver set to take the field on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Throwing here, Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
10 yards.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down. Nix looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Let's see how that last incompletion affects this 3rd down call. Here's Nix. Waddle makes the catch. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down.
A gain of 7.
Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 now from the 46. Nick's now to throw. Dumped off to his running back. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. Aziz Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Nix to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Throw caught on the outside by Waddle. He's going to be forced out there after a gain of about 14. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
A gain of 14.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's Nix on 1st and 10. And he's only missed once on this series. 4 of 5 throwing the ball. From the red zone now. Improvising, and he hits his mark. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Denver.
Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Extra point tried out for the Lutz. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
14, Falcons 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Tagovailoa back to throw. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 16
The Falcons
yards.
spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
And the Falcons
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Tua on 1st and 10. Now with 6 completions in his first 10 attempts in this game. Dropping back to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
One last play before the break. The final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. DeMarco Helms with the INT. And the Falcons are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. And a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Falcons
Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. New set of downs for him from the 31. Tunga Bailoa. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And out of bounds he goes after picking up close to 8 yards there. So second and short coming up.
39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. Robinson on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Another carry for Robinson. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
First and 10 now from the 46. Staying with Robinson. So call this a modest game here, Brock. About 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. On play action, here's Tunga Bailoa. Got his target, Zacchaeus. He's down to the 36 with almost enough for that first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Try and run here with Robinson. They drop him after. Looks like about a 3-yard pickup. And this is good for an Atlanta first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Lone man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
At the 34-yard line.
Robinson the back on first down. Coming off his 4th carry this drive. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Brought in by Hooper. And out of bounds he goes, so give them about half of what they needed. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. They pitch it to him. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answers, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. From the left hash, this will be from 50.
50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. And it's going to give the Broncos a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Now Nix. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And some good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on 1st.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
He was taken down behind
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. To throw, here's Nix. He's making a bid for it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception! Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Tua setting up to throw. And that one hits the dip. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
A couple different thoughts and methodologies here. You could take it slow and methodical, taking completions. Or in that case, you could tee it high and try to let it fly.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him out in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
Makes the throw on second. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Putting the tight end in motion. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first.
The Falcons take over.
As the Falcons go back on offense, there you see Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. This is season number 6 across 2 stints with the Broncos, his 4th as defensive coordinator here, Brock, and previously their head coach in 2017 and 18. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's Robinson. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Throwing out to the left, cut! That play picks up about 6 yards as he stops. And it's going to be first down Falcons.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Now Tagovailoa to throw. Fits it through the middle. Brought down after getting those guys about 26 yards. And that's going to be good for Falcons first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Well, I like the idea, Brock, trying to seize an opportunity, right? Caught him on the last play. Wanted to see if they could make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, thankfully that defense did recover, because could you imagine if you get beat deep twice, you don't even, as a defender, you don't even look over to the sidelines.
Working on second down. Tua. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
All set now, first and 10. Tua looking to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To throw, Tagovailoa. And the incompletions continuing to stack up here, Brock. 3 straight plays as a defender knocks it away. Now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And his kick is blocked.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
So here comes the Bronco offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 from the 32. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Pitching it out to Dobbins. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's hit it. Another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Nix now to throw. And that's incomplete. He was there to apply the contact and force the ball out at the perfect time. And that also forces a 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They'll bring out the punter here. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And standout special teams play kept these guys from getting 3 out of that last drive. Probably not looking to leave anything to chance this time around. Take this one in for 6.
And the best way to keep a field goal from getting blocked is not to even put the field goal unit on the field. The extra point unit, that's what they're aiming for.
Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Now 2 at a throw. And he can't hang on. The catch was there for him, Brock, but his hands took that one off. So the incompletion means it's 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me this. Always the start of a new battle. And the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Here's Tagovailoa on 2nd down. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
And they knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock failing to connect. And brings us to 4th down.
You know, that is
Sets up
so
fourth
hard to
down.
do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Desperation time here on fourth. That one complete to Pitts. And backs against the wall there. They find a way to convert on fourth down.
A gain of
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they're not going to have time for another play here. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Falcons needing 4 points. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Going right side. Robinson with it. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
At the 33-yard line.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you...
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game.
I know he started the play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.